Hello Virgo, and welcome to my channel, and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. This is a love and relationship reading for Virgo from the 24th of September to the 7th of October 2018. Please don't forget to watch your moon and rising sign for more complete reading. And if you'd like a personal reading, I've put my details in the description box, my email as well as my website address. I've put the decks I'm using down in the description box as well, with links to Amazon and eBay, so you can purchase them if you would like. And don't forget to watch the new series of deck reviews that I'm doing. They're quite enlightening. And please like, share, subscribe, and leave me some comments if these messages resonate with you. So I'm doing a general energy read, and then I will do a general tarot read after that. So the first card is that there is a need for more honesty within your relationship, or you need to be more honest about how you're feeling about the situation. You need to tell people what you're thinking and make it clear. Speak your truth if you like. Don't panic in any situation. It says, if you speak your truth, it doesn't mean that something is going to go horribly wrong. Maybe then you can tell people where to get off, and you can show them your self-confidence, and you need to build that if you're feeling like you're being taken advantage of, and you are waiting for some sort of commitment to come in. So you need to make that clear if that is what you want. So in the past, you've got a lot of flirting going on and a lot of codependency going on. So maybe you're not in a relationship right now. Maybe you're worried about being codependent or relying too much on somebody, and maybe that's why you're holding back. But there is somebody that has come in that's new, and you are flirting a lot with this person. Going into the future, you've got manipulation and control and a sense of fulfillment. So in order to prevent any kind of manipulation and control on the other person's part of you, you need to be more honest about things. So to prevent this kind of manipulation, somebody telling you what to do and making you do things you don't want to do, you need to be very honest about how you feel and what you want. And if you want a commitment, then you need to specify that that's what you want in order to prevent this kind of manipulation and control. And it's the last card is a sense of fulfillment. So you will end up in something that gives you a lot of pleasure and joy, a sense of feeling of self-fulfillment. If you do that, if you speak your truth, if you say what you need to say, then you're not walking on eggshells, and you are not putting out unrealistic expectations as well. So be more honest so that people don't control you and don't manipulate you. And if you do want a relationship that is committed, you need to say it. If you don't say what you mean, nobody will really know what you want, and that is when they can end up manipulating and controlling you. So that's the energies for that week. So I'm just going to draw some cards. Oops. So you've got the main card as the priest card. So you might be doing a lot of soul searching. You might be looking and exploring all your, religious values. You could be going through, attending more religious services, or consulting with a priest, somebody of a religious order. On the other hand, you could be getting some sort of professional advice about what to do in the circumstance. This seems to show that you are reconnecting again with your spirituality and trying to find the answers within the confines of your tradition or your religion, or how you were brought up, how your values. You are revisiting them again. So that's what's been going on, and you're spending a lot of time doing that. Maybe you're asking for higher guidance, asking for the angels to step in and help you. So you've been asking for some sort of guidance from higher powers, really. And the main card is the Fool, and you've got the Judgment. So these are two cards of big change that have come in. So the Fool shows you want to embark on something absolutely brand new, and you are going to be doing that. And you're going to be taking a chance on something, and you're doing it quite enthusiastically. You've just decided to just go take a leap of faith. That means doing it by faith and not thinking too much about it. You're not obsessing too much about what the consequences are going to be. So you're just going to take that leap of faith and do it. And with the Judgment card, it shows, you're putting the past behind you. You want a second chance, because the Judgment card talks about resurrection. It talks about things coming back again, a second cycle, a second chance to do something that you really wanted to. And this seems to be divinely guided, because you've got this angel calling down, and you are being told, or you're being shown, that you need to take a different route or a different path from the one that you've been doing, and start afresh. So you've been given guidance, because you have been praying. These are 3 major arcana cards. So this is part of your soul's journey. So to start something new now, and you are going to be given a second chance, a chance to reinvent yourself, a chance to make things right, to change what you should have done in the past, so that you don't regret it. And you're also asked to put aside things that you have, lessons that did not serve you in the past, past old ways of thinking. You're asked to actually release them in order for you to move forward. So in order for you to move forward, you've got to let go of that past way of thinking, the old way of thinking, and you've got to move forward, and you are being given a second chance to do it. Something is going to be coming up, and it's going to be just divinely guided. So it's going to appear like as though by magic some new situation will present itself, so that you can do what you didn't do in the past. So you've got the World card. In the past year, you've ended some sort of cycle in your life. You've learned a lesson. You are now moving on. You've matured. A lot of lessons have been learned. You could have started a new job as well with the World card. There could be travel, that you've been doing a lot of travel recently. But generally, the World card also says that that old way of thinking, that old way of life is now finished for you, and you are going to be moving on. Especially with the Judgment card, following this World card, it seems like, the old is finished, and now you're asked to review the past, do a life review for yourself, and then decide how you're going to proceed from here and start something new. It's advising you that you need to make, this is a brand new cycle that you're going to go through now. And you've got a lot of energy in it. With the Sun, it seems like there's like loads of major arcana here. And I did shuffle this deck, so this shows that there's a lot of spiritual insights and growth and energy, and now you are feeling a bit more energized and healthier. Your health is really good at this particular moment, and you want to move forward. So something big happened in your life that caused things to end, old situations to end, and a new energy, a new lease of life to come in for you in this last 3 months, that has made you change. And this has been part of your spiritual growth. This is a life cycle growth, and you are now embracing it and trying to move forward with all this energy. So on your mind is you do want a relationship with the Four of Rods, and you want it to be a really loving relationship where both of you work together and you are both equal and you are sharing ideas with each other. So that's what you want to come into your life. You are going into the future. You seem to be moving away from any past problems, and this is the Six of Swords. You can see this person is alone. You are still, you haven't really gotten into any kind of relationship right now, and you are moving away from all the troubles, and doing a lot of contemplation. Maybe you are looking at the past of what happened, but you are now moving away from that particular scenario where you had a lot of trauma in your life. So you yourself, you've got the Eight of Rods, the Eight of Pentacles. Here it shows you working with somebody. So there might be somebody that you have met already in your work situation, and you all are working together on a project. This person's holding the coin, and this woman is working on the coin. So you are working with somebody at this moment. Maybe you admire this person quite a bit, and you're learning things together, you're working together to build something, to make something beautiful. So you all are working on some particular project, and it seems like you're very attracted to this person. And you're coming across as a person that is being very supportive. Maybe this person that you are attracted to has gone through a lot of problems themselves, and they are very, very despondent or depressed, and here you are helping this person get over it. So you've met this person in a work situation, and it seems like the pentacles are still there, and here you are comforting this person and helping them and giving them advice. So it seems like either you all are working on a project together. You might be comforting that person, or you might be the person that has been receiving comfort from this person that you've met at the work situation. So either way, there's an exchange over here of like energy going on. If this is you, this person that is very depressed and down and feels miserable, then this person that you've met in this work situation that you're working with is going to be the person that helps you get through whatever problems you have been going through with the Six of Pentacles. And this is where you will meet this person that you are very attracted to. And you are trying with the King of Swords to get over your problems, and you're trying to take charge of your life. The King of Swords also talks about justice, so you're trying to bring in a sense of balance, a sense of justice. If anybody has done anything to you, you are hoping that they get their fair share of karma. So you want justice to be served as well within your life for the people that did whatever they did to you. So going into the future, you've got the Eight of Swords, you've got the Moon card, and the King of Staves. Now the Eight of Swords is showing a lot of arguments and being controlled by somebody and restricted. So if you're getting into a relationship right now, you be aware that you need to speak your truth, and you don't want to get into a kind of situation where that person is manipulating, controlling you, or restricting you. So you don't want to be in a relationship that is very possessive, because it's going to just overwhelm you and it's going to make you feel very miserable. This woman looks like she's trying to escape this man, and she can't. So make sure that you have showing your strength, and you are not getting manipulated or pushed around or bullied around. You've got the Moon card also. This talks about using your intuition. It also talks about, if you're getting into a relationship with somebody, make sure that you have everything very clear in your mind as to what you want. Don't jump into the first relationship. I mean, if this person is coming across as somebody who is very caring and loving, they might not always be everything that they seem to be. They might end up being somebody that's very controlling and manipulative with this Eight of Swords. Or with the Moon card, there's a lot of lies and hidden truths and things that have not come to light, and being taken for a ride, if you like, with the Moon card. So be very aware that if you're getting into a relationship, make sure that you've explored that person or investigated that person thoroughly before you start handing over your feelings, because they might not be what they appear to be with this Moon card. You can see this woman is very veiled, and with the Moon it always gives false light. They say it's a reflector and it's not a true light. So don't be somebody that just jumps into a relationship because you are very attracted to them. Make sure that you are looking out for yourself and that you are seeing the truth. Usually the Moon card says don't make big decisions during this period. If things are not very clear and very shady goings on, you need to just stand back and wait for it to clear up before you actually make big decisions, because you could end up in a situation where this person is very possessive and they're very controlling, and you find yourself out of your depth, where you don't know how to control that behavior because they're so possessive. So be very careful. There could be something that is hidden, that is not being revealed to you about this person before you decide that you want to jump into a relationship with them. And with the King of Staves, it is also very controlling energy. So you could be dealing with somebody who is very controlling, who is very manipulative. They've got a lot of power in their hand, and they know how to use it. And they could be somebody who's very possessive. So be very careful about getting into a new relationship with this person, because even though they might seem, because you've got the Moon card between these two cards, they might seem to be everything that you wanted out of a relationship. they might not end up being the person that you think they are. So be very careful with the moon card, and I would advise that. So although you're meeting somebody here in this job situation, sometimes the people we work with, we don't really see the true nature of them. So, they might be somebody who's very supportive and somebody who's helping you get through a case, and you're working very, very well together. But when you get to them on a personal level, they might not be the person that you thought they were, especially with these two cards, the Eight of Swords and the Moon card. Seems like a very possessive person, very restrictive. This woman looks like she's trying to escape, and this card is the card that hides hidden truths, lies, a lot of deception. So be aware that this could be the person. This person could reveal themselves as that. And with this King of Rods, it could be a very controlling person. They might be an air sign, fire sign person. So you're looking at either Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius kind of energy coming through, where they're very controlling. Maybe they're so dynamic that you get overwhelmed, and then they turn out to be somebody who's very controlling. So be very careful before you do make any big decisions about getting into a relationship. Even though you want these big changes to happen, it might not be the time for something like that. You might need to wait for a little bit. But generally, major change coming in for you, and you are moving into a new cycle. You want this thing so badly. That's why you want this change to come in so badly. Don't let it blind you into making decisions that are really, you really need to hold off on for the moment. So I'm just going to draw 3 cards from this Archangel Tarot. And it speaks about the Knight of Gabriel. Time to take action, great passion for a cause, instinctively knowing what to do. So you are being divinely guided, and you will be moving forward into the future. So just hanging there, it says be courageous as well. And you've got the Page of Raphael, which says a new emotional situation, messages regarding relationships or social invitations, great intuitive insights. So there is a relationship coming in, or some sort of communication coming in with this person. But like I said, be very cautious before you jump into something new without thinking. Even though you've got the Fool card over here, sometimes the Fool makes mistakes. They behave a bit recklessly in the fact that they don't really consider all the possibilities, or if things could go wrong. And sometimes they do things and they don't think about it carefully. So you do need to stop and think about it and be very cautious before you proceed. Weigh all the options before you do anything. It says make bold and ambitious choices. Great progress is possible. Important relationships with people who share your vision. So, there are friendships coming in over here. There are decisions to be made as well. With this Two of Gabriel, it looks like maybe this person is more of a friend, would be better suited to you as a friend as opposed to a love relationship, because maybe in a love relationship they end up being really possessive, and maybe even though you're getting along so well and you're working so well together, it might be best to stick as in the friendship, leave it as a friendship, and wait for that true romance or that true love to come in, where you are equal rather than one dominating the other. So be aware before you jump into a relationship that it could end up you'll make good friends or good co-workers, but when it comes to the relationship part of it, one person wants to dominate the other person, and that cannot make for a good relationship. So I hope that this reading has resonated with you, and please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if it has. Thank you so much for watching. Take care now. Goodbye.